Hello and welcome to this video. Today I want to share something that can really change your life. This is not just a book. It is a movement, a guide, and a light in the dark. The book is called The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Vincent Peale. Since it was published, it has sold over 15 million copies. It has been translated into more than 40 languages. And it has helped millions of people find hope again. This is not just a motivational speech. It is a system, a way of thinking, speaking, and acting. Many people felt sad, broken, or lost. They read this book and found a new life. The book uses simple and clear words. Today I will explain it in even simpler English. You will learn life lessons and improve your English. It's perfect for your listening vocabulary and confidence. So stay with me until the end. This book may give you the peace and power you are looking for. Let's begin the journey together. Now let's start with Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you. Believing in yourself is the first step to success. Many people fail before they even try. Inside, they think they are not good, smart, or lucky enough. These negative thoughts are like silent killers. They stop people from trying and growing. This chapter teaches you to build confidence from inside. You must change how you talk to yourself. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Sam. He was quiet and shy at school. He thought, I cannot speak English like others. I will look stupid if I try. So he never raised his hand in class. He never practiced or tried to speak. One day, a teacher spoke kindly to him. She said, "You are not less than others. You just think you are." These simple words changed his thinking. He started saying good things to himself every morning. I can learn. I'm not afraid. I will get better every day. 6 months later, Sam gave a speech in English. His hands were shaking, but his heart was strong. Why was he able to do it? Because now he believed in himself. This chapter teaches us to stop negative self-talk. We must speak with kindness to ourselves. Talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love. You deserve to hear good words from your own voice. Here's a simple tip for you to try. Every morning, look in the mirror and say, I believe in myself. I can do hard things. I have the power to learn and grow. Do this for 30 days without stopping. You will feel stronger and more confident inside. Chapter 2. A peaceful mind means a powerful life. You cannot think clearly if your mind is full of noise. A peaceful mind gives you strength and power. Think about your phone when many apps are open. It becomes slow and hard to use. Your brain works the same way. Too many thoughts can make you feel tired and weak. Stress, anger, and fear use your energy. They make you feel heavy and unhappy. This chapter teaches how to calm your mind. When your mind is calm, your life becomes stronger. Let me tell you about a woman named Maria. She worked hard but always felt tired and angry. Her boss shouted, her kids complained, and her husband didn't listen. She felt like no one understood her pain. One day she sat under a tree and closed her eyes. She took a deep breath and stayed silent. No phone, no noise, and no one asking for anything. Just 10 minutes of quiet every day. Slowly, something inside her changed. She started to smile again and speak calmly. People began to respect her more. They felt peace when they were around her. She didn't get lucky. She simply made her mind peaceful. This chapter teaches you to disconnect from the noise. Go for a walk or sit quietly for a few minutes. Talk to yourself like a good friend. Say calm and kind words to yourself. Before bed, read something peaceful. Don't read the news or watch drama shows. Peace is power. When your mind is calm, you become strong. Chapter 3. Don't be afraid of the future. Fear can kill your dreams before you even start. Most people don't fail because of real problems. They fail because they fear what could go wrong. They think, what if I lose money, or what if people laugh at me? Fear lives in your imagination, not in reality. It is like a shadow that looks bigger than it really is. This chapter teaches us not to let fear control our lives. We can choose courage instead. Let me tell you a story about a young man. He dreamed of opening his own coffee shop, but he was afraid to start. He had no experience and no business background. One day he asked his grandfather, "What if I fail?" The old man smiled and said, "Then you will learn." He added, "If you don't try, you will always regret it." Those words gave him the strength to begin. He borrowed money and opened his coffee shop. 6 months later, the shop failed, but he did not give up. He learned from his mistakes and tried again. Today he owns 5 coffee shops. He stopped asking, "What if I fail?" and started asking, "What if I fly?" This chapter teaches us a powerful truth. Fear is not real. It only grows if you feed it. You must face it, speak to it, and walk through it. Courage means acting, even when you feel afraid. Here's a simple sentence to remember. Don't fear the future, shape it with your actions. Chapter 4. Create your own happiness. Happiness is not something you wait for. It is something you create each day. Many people say, "I'll be happy when I get a job." Or, "I'll be happy when I get married or become rich." But if your happiness depends on outside things, you will always be chasing it. This chapter teaches you to start with happiness inside. You don't need perfect things to feel joy. Let me tell you about a rich businessman. He had money, fame, and a big house. But he felt empty and sad. He didn't know why. Then he started doing small, kind things. He helped poor children every Sunday. He called his mother every night. He planted flowers and said thank you more often. Slowly, he started smiling again. He felt real joy from these simple moments. Happiness did not come from money or big success. It came from love, giving, and connection. This chapter teaches us to smile first. Not because life is perfect, but because you are alive. Stop comparing yourself to others. Start appreciating the little things you already have. Joy lives in the small things, like drinking tea with your mother or sitting alone in peace. Here's a strong sentence to remember. If you want to be happy, don't wait. Create it. Chapter 5. Expect the best, and you'll get it. Your mind is like a magnet. If you expect good things, you attract them. But if you expect failure, you often bring it into your life. This chapter teaches us to always expect the best, even when life feels hard or dark. Why does this work? Because positive thoughts make your brain and body feel strong. When you expect something good, you start to see more chances around you. But when you expect the worst, your brain shuts down and your energy disappears. Let me tell you a story about a man named David. He worked as a salesman and felt tired every day. Each morning he said, "Nobody will buy from me." He thought people don't care. As a result, he sold very little. He looked sad and didn't have energy. One day he tried something new. He stood in front of the mirror and said, "Today will be a great day. I will meet kind people. I will sell something good." At first, nothing changed. But slowly his smile became real. His energy grew stronger. He looked more confident, and people started to listen. After 3 months, David became the top salesman. Not because the world changed, but because he did. This chapter teaches us a simple truth. What you expect becomes your reality, so you must choose. Will you expect miracles or misery? Here's an action tip for you. Before any big moment, close your eyes and say, "I expect the best. I am ready." Say this for 1 week and feel your mindset change. Chapter 6. Stop feeding your mind with fear. Fear is not just a feeling. It is like poison that steals your peace and power. This chapter gives you one big message. Stop feeding your fear and start feeding your faith. Think about what you put into your mind every day. Are you feeding it with fear or with strength? If you always watch bad news and listen to complaints, you are feeding fear without knowing it. If you compare yourself on social media all the time, you will feel small and scared. But if you read good books and talk to positive people, your mind becomes peaceful and strong. You can also pray, meditate, or write in a journal. These small acts feed your soul with calm and hope. Let me tell you a true story about a woman named Julia. She had panic attacks and feared losing her job and health. Every morning she watched scary news. Every night she listened to gossip and drama. Her mind became a storm of fear. She could not sleep or think clearly. Then her therapist gave her a challenge. For the next 10 days, stop all negative content. No bad news, no gossip, and no scary videos. Only positive thoughts, good music, and time in nature. At first she laughed and said, "This won't help." But she tried anyway. By day 7, she felt a little better. By day 30, her panic attacks were gone. She felt like a new person. Not because of medicine, but because of peace. This chapter reminds us of one truth. Fear grows when you water it, so stop watering it. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" start asking, "What if I grow?" Don't let fear write your life story. Write your own story with courage and belief. Here's a simple sentence to remember. Feed your mind with courage and fear will starve. Chapter 7. Break the worry habit. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't take you anywhere. This chapter teaches us something powerful. Worry is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. Most people think worry is just a normal part of life. But this book says, you learn to worry so you can unlearn it. Let me share a story about a man named Nick. He worried every day about money, his job, and his health. He often asked himself, what if I lose my job? What if my wife leaves me? Or what if I get sick? One day he heard a speaker say something strange. Write your worries on paper, then burn the paper. Nick thought it sounded silly, but he tried it anyway. He wrote, I am afraid of being poor. I am afraid of dying alone. Then he burned the paper and watched it disappear. Strangely, he felt a little lighter. He continued this practice every week. And slowly his worries became weaker. Why did this work? Because he started letting his fears go, not holding them inside. This chapter gives another useful tip. Divide your worries into 3 types. First, worries you can solve now, solve them. Second, worries you can't solve now, schedule time to think about them. Third, useless worries, throw them away. They don't help, and they don't deserve your energy. Worry steals your sleep, your focus, and your joy. Face your worries, don't run away. Replace worry with problem solving. Think, what can I do instead of, what if something goes wrong? Here's a powerful reminder. Worry does not take away tomorrow's pain. It only takes away today's peace. Chapter 8. Believe in a power greater than yourself. This chapter is about something deep but simple. There is a power in the universe greater than you. Some people call it God. Others call it the universe or simply faith. No matter the name, the message is the same. You are not alone. When you believe in a higher power, you feel safe, strong, and protected. Let me share the story of a businessman. He tried everything, but his business failed. He lost all his money, and his hope was gone. He begged for help, but nothing worked. One night he sat in silence. He whispered, I've done all I can. Now I let go. The next week, something amazing happened. A friend called him with a new opportunity. It wasn't magic or luck. It was peace that came from letting go. Think about a child walking with a parent. The child does not worry because the parent is holding their hand. That is what faith feels like. You don't need to carry everything alone. This chapter teaches us not to control everything. Trying to control too much makes you tired and scared. But trusting a greater power brings lightness to your heart. You feel calm even when life is hard. Here's a simple practice. Each night before bed, whisper these words: I am not alone. I trust the path. I release my fear. You will sleep better and feel stronger. Chapter 9. How to have constant energy. Many people feel tired all the time, but the problem is not always the body, it's the mind. This chapter teaches a secret. Your thoughts can give you energy or take it away. Negative thinking makes you weak and slow. Positive thinking fills you with power and life. Let's look at two people with the same job. One says, "Oh no, another hard day." The other says, "Today is a gift, I will do my best." At 10 a.m., one feels tired and one feels alive. What's the difference? It's not the job or the body. It's the mindset. Let me tell you about a nurse named Emily. She works 12-hour shifts in a busy hospital. She helps patients, supports doctors, and stands all day. Yet people always ask, "How do you have so much energy?" Her answer is simple. I don't focus on how tired I am. I focus on why I do this. Her purpose gives her energy, not coffee. Even when her feet hurt, she smiles because her mind is strong. This chapter says positive thoughts bring strength to your body. Start your day with strong words. Say, I am ready. I am strong. I have a reason to live today. Here's a quick energy tip. When you feel low, stand up, breathe deeply, and say, I have all the energy I need. I am bigger than this moment. You will feel something change inside you. Your thoughts will wake up your energy again. Chapter 10. Try the power of prayer. This chapter is not about religion. It's about connecting with a deeper power through prayer. Prayer is not about using perfect words. It is about speaking honestly from your heart. Even a short whisper like, "Please help me," is a prayer. You don't have to be in a church or use special words. Let me tell you about a businessman who lost everything. His company failed, and his marriage was broken. He tried therapy, coaching, and even medicine. Nothing seemed to help. One night he sat in silence and said, "God, if you are there, I need help." He cried for the first time in many years. That moment of surrender gave him peace. It was not magic, it was relief. He stopped fighting alone. He began to pray every morning for 10 minutes. He simply sat quietly and shared his heart. Slowly, his life became more clear. He felt calmer and stronger day by day. This chapter teaches that prayer is not only asking. It is also about listening and feeling peace inside. You don't need to follow any religion to pray. You just need to be honest with your feelings. Here is a simple practice before bed. Whisper these 3 things. 1. Thank you for today. 2. I forgive myself for my mistakes. 3. Guide me tomorrow. This quiet habit can make your heart feel strong. Chapter 11. Stop holding grudges. Holding anger is like drinking poison. You expect the other person to suffer, but you hurt yourself. This chapter teaches the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for others, it is for your peace. Many people carry pain from the past. A friend betrayed them, or a family member hurt them. They say, "I will never forgive." But this only keeps the pain alive inside. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was okay. It means you choose peace instead of pain. Let me tell you about a man and his brother. They didn't talk for 12 years because of one hurtful moment. The brother said something unkind in public. It broke the man's heart. Years passed, but the pain stayed. Then one day, he read a quote, "Forgive not because they deserve peace, but because you do." He picked up the phone and called his brother. They both cried and something healed. He didn't lose his pride, he gained his peace. This chapter teaches that forgiveness is strength. It takes more power to forgive than to hate. When you forgive, you don't say, "You were right." You say, "I choose freedom." Here's a simple practice. Close your eyes and say the name of the person who hurt you. Whisper these words: "I forgive you. I release this pain. I choose peace." You don't need to tell them. You just need to free your heart. Chapter 12. Live a controlled and relaxed life. Today, most people live in a rush. They wake up fast, eat fast, and go to sleep with stress. This chapter teaches a new way to live. A relaxed life is not a lazy life. It is a smart life. When you slow down, you make better decisions. You enjoy each moment more deeply. You also protect your health and energy. Peaceful living brings strength, not weakness. Let me tell you about a man named Daniel. He was a busy company director with a full schedule. He went from one meeting to another. His phone never stopped ringing. One day, his doctor gave him a warning. "Your heart is in danger. You need to slow down." So Daniel changed his life. He started waking up 30 minutes earlier. He ate breakfast slowly with his daughter. He stopped checking his phone after 8 p.m. Every evening he walked in the park. No phone, just trees, sky, and fresh air. He worked with more focus and less panic. After 6 months, he felt healthier and happier. He didn't work less. He simply lived with more control and love. This chapter teaches us to stop rushing. Success does not come from hurry. It comes from clarity. Don't try to do 50 things. Do 5 things with care, and that is enough. Here are 3 simple habits. 1. Create a morning routine without rushing. 2. Eat slowly, breathe deeply, and speak gently. 3. Say no to things that don't matter. Protect your peace like treasure. Relaxation is not weakness, it is real power. Chapter 13. How to stay calm in every situation. Life is full of surprises. Bad things happen and plans sometimes fail. This chapter teaches a powerful truth. You cannot control everything, but you can control your reaction. The difference between weak and strong people is simple. Weak people panic or get angry. Strong people stay calm and think clearly. They act with wisdom, not fear. Let me tell you about a young pilot. He was flying a plane when one engine stopped working. The passengers screamed. The flight crew panicked, but the pilot stayed calm. He told himself panic will not help. He followed the safety steps. He communicated with the tower and landed the plane safely. Afterward, reporters asked him, "Weren't you afraid?" He smiled and said, "Yes, but fear does not fix a crisis. Calm thinking does." This chapter shows us that calm is not weakness. It is a sign of great strength. When life feels out of control, you can still choose how you act. Here's a simple method to practice. When you feel angry, do not speak for 10 seconds. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is the wise thing to do now? Being calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to act smart. Your life changes not when things are easy, but when you stay strong in the storm. Chapter 14. Believe in healing power. This chapter shares a strong message. Your mind has power to help your body heal. Many problems in your body come from stress and fear. But peace and hope can bring real change. Science shows that positive thinking helps healing. Hope makes the body respond better to pain. Let me tell you about a woman named Susan. She had cancer, and doctors said she had 1 year to live. She was afraid at first. But then she made a new decision. Every morning she listened to soft music. She looked in the mirror and said, "My body is healing." She believed her cells were getting stronger. She smiled more and started helping others. She read books to children in the hospital. She fed older patients and gave them comfort. Her heart was full of kindness, not fear. She focused on love, not sickness. 1 year later, the doctors were shocked. Her test results were better than anyone expected. Her cancer stopped growing, and it even began to shrink. Was it only medicine? No, it was the power of belief and inner peace. Another story is about a boy in a car accident. He broke his spine and doctors said he may never walk again. But the boy believed. He imagined himself walking and running again. For 2 years, he trained his body every day. But more than that, he trained his mind. Today he walks and even runs in races because he never stopped believing in healing. This chapter teaches your thoughts affect your health. Positive thinking doesn't mean you ignore pain. It means you believe in the power to recover. Here's a simple practice. Every morning and night, close your eyes and say, "My body is healing. I am getting stronger. I am full of life." Say it with love, because your cells are listening. Chapter 15. Build strong personal relationships. No one becomes successful alone. People need love, connection, and support. This chapter teaches that strong relationships make a strong life. When your relationships are healthy, your life feels full. Today, many relationships are weak. People are too busy, too angry, or don't know how to talk. But this can be changed. With kindness, time, and care, any relationship can grow. Let me tell you about a married couple. They had been together for 15 years, but they stopped talking, laughing, and spending time. Their love felt cold and distant. One day, the husband did something small. Each morning, he kissed his wife's hand and said, "Thank you for staying with me." At first, she said nothing. But he didn't stop. After 3 weeks, she smiled. After 2 months, they talked again. 6 months later, they renewed their wedding vows. Their love returned not because of money, but because of patience. Another story is about a busy father. He never said kind words to his children. One day, his son asked Dad, "Why don't you smile when you see me?" That question broke his heart. He hugged his son and cried. From that day on, he spent 15 minutes each evening playing and talking with his kids. Their bond became stronger than ever, and the children felt safe and loved. This chapter teaches us, say thank you and I love you often. Forgive quickly, speak gently, and listen with love. Don't wait to fix relationships. Start now with small, kind actions. Here's a simple tip. Every day message or call one person just to appreciate them. Give more hugs. Judge less. Spend time, not just words. Remember, success means little if you have no one to share it with. Chapter 16. Let the power of faith work for you. This chapter is the heart of the whole book. It teaches that faith is not just belief, it is power. Faith helps you move forward when the road is dark. It gives you strength even when you feel weak. When you believe your life has purpose, you find courage to keep going. Faith reminds you that you are never truly alone. It helps you hope for better days. Let me tell you about a man who lost his job. For 6 months, he got no calls or interviews. His money was running out, and his wife was pregnant. He felt like giving up. But each morning, he put on his old suit. He took his folder and said, "I don't know who will hire me, but I believe someone will." One day, he helped an old man carry groceries. That man turned out to be a company CEO. They talked for a few minutes. The CEO liked his honesty and offered him a job even better than his last one. That was not luck. That was faith in action. Another story is about a girl who wanted to study abroad. But she had no money, and people said it was impossible. She applied for 30 scholarships. She sent emails every day and kept praying. On the 31st application, she won a full scholarship. Today, she's a professor. She teaches students how to believe in their dreams. This chapter teaches one clear truth. Faith is not just hoping, it's doing your part while trusting the rest. Faith adds power to your actions. It gives peace to your heart and light to your path. Here's a daily practice. Each morning say, "I don't know how, but I believe it will happen. Then take small steps with courage. Even small steps with faith can move mountains. At the end of each day, whisper, I did my best. The rest is in greater hands. Chapter 17. Don't try to please everyone. You cannot live a happy life if you always try to make everyone else happy. Most people feel tired, not because of too much work, but because they try to please too many people. They say yes when they want to say no. They agree to things that hurt their peace. They hide their true feelings to avoid problems. But in the end, they feel lost and empty. This chapter teaches one big truth. You must stop pleasing others and start respecting yourself. Let me tell you about a girl named Clara. She always tried to be the nice person. She let friends use her time. She said yes to a marriage she didn't want. She worked a job she hated just to make her parents proud. One day she broke down in tears. She looked in the mirror and asked, "Why do they all love me, but I don't love myself?" That night she wrote a letter to herself. It began with, "Dear Clara, I'm sorry. From now on, I will protect you." She made bold changes. She ended the marriage, left her job, and followed her dream of studying music. People were shocked, some were angry, but for the first time she felt free and alive. This chapter reminds us, you don't need to explain your life to others. Pleasing everyone often means losing yourself. Choose your peace, even if some people walk away. Here's a simple question to ask. If I say yes to them, am I saying no to myself? If the answer is yes, then choose yourself. Chapter 18. Fill your life with love. This chapter is soft but powerful. It teaches that success without love feels empty. A rich life is not full of money. It is full of love and kindness. Love is not just about romance. It's how you treat people with care, respect, and honesty. It's in the way you speak to strangers. It's in the way you forgive, smile, and listen. Love is a choice. You choose to be kind even when the world is not. Let me tell you about a boy with Down syndrome. Every day his classmates ignored him, but one girl sat with him at lunch. She shared her food and asked about his day. She thought it was a small act. But 10 years later, the boy sent her a message. He wrote, "Your love saved me. I wanted to die, but you made me feel seen." Small love, big impact. One moment of kindness changed his whole life. This chapter teaches a simple truth. You never lose by loving others. Even when the world is cold, your warmth can change everything. Don't just chase goals. Build love around you. Here's how to practice daily love. First, tell your parents or partner, "I love you," more often. Second, help someone without expecting anything back. Third, say something kind to a stranger each day. At the end of life, people won't remember your money. They will remember how you made them feel. Chapter 19. Don't give up. You're closer than you think. This chapter is full of emotion and strength. It speaks to those who feel tired and want to give up. Sometimes we quit just one step before success. We think it's over, but we are so close. Many people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they stop too soon. Let me tell you about a man who dug for gold. He worked hard for 5 years. Every day he dug for hours but found nothing. One day he said, "This is useless," and sold the land. The new owner dug just 3 more feet, and he found gold. Another story is about a woman who wanted to be a writer. She sent her first book to 22 publishers. All of them said no. She cried and almost gave up. Her best friend said, "Don't let rejection kill your gift. Just one yes can change everything." She sent the book to one more publisher. The 23rd one said yes. That book became a worldwide bestseller. The woman was J.K. Rowling. This chapter teaches us, you don't need 100 people to believe in you. You only need one, and that person should be you. If the journey is hard, that means it's worth it. Struggles are not signs of failure. They are signs of progress. Here's how to keep going. First, when you want to quit, ask yourself, why did I start? Second, think about your future self. That version of you will thank you for not giving up. Third, say this every day: I've come too far to stop now. I'm not done yet. You were not born to quit. You were born to rise again and again. Chapter 20. Live your life with power and purpose. This is the final chapter, and its message is strong. You are not an accident. Your life has meaning. Many people just exist. They wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, and repeat. But deep inside, they feel something is missing. That something is purpose. This chapter teaches us to live with fire in the heart. When you live with purpose, you feel alive. Let me tell you about a man who worked in a call center. Every day, he repeated the same words on the phone. One day, he asked himself, was I born for this? He began volunteering on weekends. He helped poor children learn English. It lit a fire inside him. He felt joy and meaning again. He quit his job and opened a small school. Today, over 2,000 students study there because one man asked a brave question. What am I here for? Another story is about a woman who cleaned hospital floors. Most people didn't notice her, but she smiled at every patient. She even sang while she cleaned. She prayed quietly for those who were sick. When she retired, the hospital made a video to thank her. They said, "You didn't just clean, you healed." Even small work can be powerful when done with love. This chapter reminds us, your life has meaning even if you don't see it yet. Find what makes you feel alive and do it more often. The world needs your gift. Don't hide it. Here are 3 ways to live with power and purpose. First, ask yourself, what can I do today that matters tomorrow? Second, do something that makes you proud, even if no one is watching. Third, don't chase a perfect life. Chase a meaningful one. You are powerful. You have purpose. You are not small. You are not late. You are just getting started. And your story is still being written. Now you've heard the truth from this powerful book. It is not just a book, it is a mirror that shows you your thoughts, and more importantly, the person you can become. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be lucky. You just need to believe. Truly believe that your thoughts shape your life, because they do, because they already have. If you fill your mind with fear, you will live in fear. But if you fill it with faith, courage, peace, and kindness, then no matter what happens outside, you will stay strong inside. Dr. Peale didn't give us magic. He gave us a mindset. And that mindset is this: you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your doubts. You are strong. You are capable. You are loved. And you are still becoming all you were born to be. So today, speak kindly to yourself. Think boldly. Dream again. Love deeply. And believe with all your heart that something beautiful is coming. Because it is. If this message touched your heart, then maybe your life has already begun to change. So don't stop here. Keep learning. Keep growing. And if you want more powerful book lessons, more motivation, and more English learning, hit the subscribe button and join me in the next video. Remember this: the power of positive thinking is already inside you. See you next time.